It's Thursday, isn't it?
Thursday. Yeah.
It's Thursday. Yeah. The working from home thing constantly kind of messes with my, what day is it thing. So
I did that a couple. I'm going to get this done, and I'll get it done by Friday. And hey, bud, it's Thursday. And I was like, fun times.
It happens.
Yeah. Anyway, so what have you? This is a little midday. Let's see. This is a little midday unboxing, if you will. So this was actually supposed to go yesterday, but it didn't happen because we had some huge technical difficulties. Your internet dropped almost completely out. And so now we're back. Guess what we're unboxing, Bob?
Hopefully we're back because I'm really interested in unboxing this game.
Yes. So as you can see, I kind of unboxed it just a little during yesterday's debacle. So we're going to pretend that it's still boxed.
Yes.
Look at that. Look.
Yes, there you go. That's close enough.
We are unboxing Friday the 13th, Horror at Camp Crystal Lake. This is a Friday the 13th game from the Op. And so are you ready to dig into this, Bob?
Let's do this, man.
All right.
Let's dig into this.
Some tools real quick.
Of course.
So I'm just going to
Of course.
Slices.
Of course you would bring out a machete. Yep.
Yeah. That's the only way to do it, bud. So, fun box. All right. Safety gear. That's what it is.
For those of you at home, don't use a machete to unbox your games.
Yeah, please don't. So. Yeah. All right, so Friday the 13th, there have only been terrible Friday the 13th horror fan. I love the Friday the 13th older movies. I'm a big fan of it, and in fact, I bought last Friday, which is a not Friday the 13th board game, just because I love this genre so much. So. Anyway, this is from the Op, and Bob, you didn't know this, but this is actually a reskin of another game.
Quartz?
So, yes. So this is a pressure luck game. Bob, you actually introduced me to Quartz years ago when we were at work together playing some games.
Yeah.
And you told me about Quartz, and you were like, hey, jump into this game. And we loved it so much that I went home, told my family about it, borrowed it from you for a weekend. My son fell in love with it. He ended up wanting it so badly that I bought this for him for Christmas that year, and we still play it. In fact, we played Quartz with my brother and sister-in-law just probably 5 or 6 days ago. So
now, there's been a reskin of Quartz already.
Correct.
The Snow White and the Seven Dwarves that the OP did. Or the Op did like last year, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that. And I wasn't super interested in that. The theme didn't sit with me. I mean, I get it. I understood it. However, I'm a fan of horror themed board games as well as horror themed other things as well as you are. I know you're a big Halloween guy.
Yep.
So this interests me. I just don't know how Push Your Luck is going to
so
go into that.
The components.
Yeah, let's go check the components out. Yeah.
So I'm gonna get you a little box side. So here's your rule book right here. So you've got basically explanation of the rules and the components and stuff that come with the game. Tells you how to play. And from my understanding, having not gone through this all the way yet, it's just like Quartz. So you get bonuses right here, and you'll see these on the player cards. You get bonuses for collecting things, and they actually will upgrade other items that you pull from the bag. So these are your points. These are basically like the money in Quartz. So you've got ones, you've got fives, you've got tens, and you've got 50s. These different. each of these is horror movie tropes: the nerd and the jock, and so you're going to have different. The final girl. You're going to have all these horror movie tropes, and then actually this is your night phase token that there was in courts. You actually had this token that went along. It was like a little wooden dowel.
Yes.
That would go along and show you what night you were in. So this is your little night phase token.
Okay. So
that right there. And then this is the thing that surprised me. This right here is that these are all plastic chips. Check that out. So
are those what you are pulling out of the bag?
Not cardboard tokens.
So are those? Did they replace the gems in quartz? Is that what you're pulling out of the bag?
Correct. So
wow.
This is a frying pan. So when you collect these yellow frying pans right here, I think the frying pan is the least expensive, basically worth the least, I believe. I think it's frying pan, and then flashlight is next. So it's kind of like the gems that you're dealing with in quartz. And then, of course, you have mask. Those are your fates. So pull 2 of these out during the course of a night, and you're going to have failed, I guess, to live.
Okay.
So
it's like the obsidian in quartz.
Correct. Yep.
Pulling the black gems. Yeah.
So they're going to go in this bag. One of the things I really like about this bag is that it's a screen printed bag. It's actually, I love this because sometimes you can get some items in some of these games that are a little cheap, and you can tell it's just like an iron-on type patch. This is actually legit. Like that's a screen printed bloody hockey mask.
Okay, I like the attention to detail there. Nice artwork on the components. It looks like good quality components.
Yep. Oh, thanks so much, Bucket, on YouTube. I appreciate it. So stopping by to say, keep up the good work and have a nice day. Thank you. This is our midday unboxing. So, so what you're going to do gameplay-wise, you're going to reach into this bag during the night one at a time, and you're going to draw out. So I drew gasoline. Gasoline is going to and so I am going to pull this, and then I'm going to put this on my player mat. So let's take a look at these player mats. I really like the fact, so in quartz, they're gem carts that you have.
That board is crazy.
Yeah, it's a little creepy. So
wow,
hockey mask
that is nuts, dude.
Yeah. So, but I dig it. So these are it's interesting because they went with a portrait style player board, which is an interesting. I thought it was a pretty good choice. So this is Camp Crystal Lake. You got your camp counselor, and then the final girl right here. That's the character you're playing as, and then this is the supply value right here down the side. That's how many points you're going to get for each of those. So you definitely want to pull those axes, but they're going to be in limited supply. If it's anything like the original quartz, there's only going to be 2 axes in the bag. So
so that's like your mine cart.
Yeah,
the equivalent of your mine cart.
And I haven't read the rules yet, but in quartz, what you would do is you would flip over when you ended the night. When you were done, you would actually flip this over, say, "Hey, I'm stopping. Pass me when the bag comes around." So,
nice.
I believe this plays up to 6 players. Let me double check that. So this
6 players. That's
6 players.
3 to 6. Okay.
Yes,
I like that.
Yeah, so quartz actually only plays 5.
Plays 5.
So you actually have an extra player in here, which I think is really good. I don't know that there was ever a reason why it was. So
why quartz only supported 5. I don't really know. But yeah, I appreciate that because I'm always looking for light games that are able to support, that are not just social deduction or party games. I wouldn't consider this a party game. It's push your luck, so it's light, it's fun, but it's a funny mix of fun with horror at the same time. So
it is. It feels like for a kid's birthday party, we'll play quartz, but for an adult game night, we're probably going to play this. But this right here is Camp Crystal Lake. This is your main board in the center. So these are critical supply objective. Okay, I don't know what that is. That's going to be interesting. I'll read up on that. But there's a card that goes here for critical supply objective. And then you have 5 different nights you have to survive. So night 1, night 2. So the moon goes into this slot right here. And then the first one to return, it's interesting, on Quartz, you actually laid out the cards to see what you're getting.
Yeah.
This right here is if you return first, you get a card. Return second, you get a card. And then return third. So it looks like you get something extra with those. So these are your bravery bonuses. So
nice.
All right. This is a little flimsy.
It looks a little thin, the cardboard.
Yeah, it is what it is. Let's look at the cards, and then
I want to see some of that artwork.
Yeah.
If you can actually, where's your machete?
Yeah, really. I need the machete to open up these
Use
cards.
the machete for the cards.
That
won't ruin them.
I'll lose 3 fingers and 1 card, but
your little smear on the card here and there will just add.
Worth it. These are critical supply objectives. Critical supply objectives. These right here. So it says first to return with the cat. Oh, nice. Look at that. So this says that first to return to the cabin with this set gets 4 extra points. So you're actually working to get specific supplies. So these are low cost supplies. That's worth 1, 1, and 2.
Okay.
It may be worth going back if you have that perfect combination.
Yep.
That's cool.
It forces you to push your luck a little bit more and go back into that bag.
Yeah. And I can't remember I know that I think the currency in the dwarf one, the Snow White one, I believe was pies. So they may have had that similar mechanic. This is the backpack. You're going to be able to stash 2 items in here at the end of the night. You're going to be able to stash 2 items in your backpack.
That's your mine cart equivalent.
Yeah, it's a treasure chest, I think it was. Yep.
Or was it treasure chest? Yeah, that's right. You're right. It was treasure chest.
So this right here, this is a defense card. You're going to be able to play that. I do like how they spell out on the side defense, because one of the things with Quartz is that there's a purple background and I believe, blue background. Color blindness or can't see colors very well. They had a really hard time seeing the difference between those 2 colors. So I do like that you've got a clear defense right here, which is in yellow. So I need that more. And so you can pull an item from somebody else. So all right.
Nice. I really appreciate the fact that they were able to obtain the IP, because as much as I do love Last Friday, and there are 2 different games. This is a push your luck bag draw game, as opposed to Last Friday, which is a hidden movement game. But I do love the fact that you actually have things from the IP, the movie itself, in this game. So you're actually seeing Jason Voorhees. It's just implied in the other games. So this will be a fun take on actually Friday the 13th. So that's going to be really fun.
Yeah, and it's very much, this is a pressure luck game. It's not going to be for everybody. I have a friend of mine who he's played Quartz with us 3 times. He told us the last time that he played, his birthday was coming around, and he said that if I were to get this for my birthday, I would go into the backyard, immediately start a fire, and set it on fire. It would be the worst gift, because he cannot. I mean, his wife beats all of us every single time we play Quartz, and he cannot stand the game. And it's almost funny to play the game with him because he gets so irate. Some people just can't handle that. Take that, and I understand that. Sometimes it can be frustrating in a take that game. However, you have not played this yet, right? This is just an unboxing. You haven't played this, so I'm wondering if the take that element is still in the game as much as it is in Quartz. I would imagine that it is, but It seems like it is with the defense cards and stuff. One of my
Okay.
strategies in courts, because people will screw you over in
Oh
this
yeah,
game,
big time
and
in
so
courts.
I like to actually have a decent supply of cards on hand. You've got something like this dodged him, and you're going to be able to put the Jason token back into the bag. And so
Okay.
you've got cards like that that kind of protect you, and then cards that actually reverse. If it's similar to, yep, so this one, when somebody tries to play, I need that more, you can actually reverse it on them.
Okay, so it's keeping the same exact mechanics as courts, and with trading obsidian and putting obsidian back into the bag, and like, okay, I like that.
Now you did mention the IP, so that the op has access to the Friday the 13th IP. This is, you'll see it online advertised as a limited edition or a limited supply, and that's actually legit. Some of these games you see something where it's like limited edition. Pandemic Iberia is a great example. So we own Pandemic Iberia of Pandemic, but Pandemic Iberia has said limited edition, and I still see it like for $15
Yeah.
stuff. This is actually, once this supply is gone, it's gone. It was my understanding.
So what you're telling me is I need to get a copy.
If you're going to get a copy.
Yeah.
This license, my understanding from Ross Thompson over at the Op, he said that this license is for one print run. So when that is gone, that is gone. And
okay.
So, and I don't know that there's any future work involved with this. So, yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, man. So I'm glad the internet worked this time. I'm glad that we were able to actually get on.
It's somewhat. You were dropping out here and there. Yeah. Well, it was you this time and not me. Yeah. So now you're the problem.
I'm the problem, which I hear often. So I will tell you that having 3 children doing virtual school and my own work being completely online now has taken a hit on our internet.
Yeah, so, I'd imagine.
Yep. Well, great, man. Thanks so much for joining me for this unboxing of Friday the 13th, Horror at Camp Crystal Lake. This is a game of when Halloween comes around. This will be on our Halloween gaming list this year.
Yes,
that we've recently got.
Excited for that. We do that every year.
Every year, man. I love it. So I love making that list. I start making the list actually right now at the end of August. So you'll see that coming up, man. All right. Until next time, we'll see you at the table.